Hi guys, it's just coming up on December 1st, 2022, and I got some bad news today, or rather, I found something out that is hurting me right now. I was looking, well, let me go into how it happened. I was looking at t-shirts and I was looking at crummy t-shirts, and I remember that long ago I had sort of commissioned a t-shirt for a friend of mine that I had someone make, and it was a Latin thing that had a great a great deal of text on it. I know that the person who made it was kind of pissed, and it began Kinon Propulsat something, and he had to take off one of the letters, so the A, the last A, and the A in Propulsat was obviously fixed, and it was my friend Al. His name is Albert. I'm not going to go any further into that. I don't want people looking him up or anything like that. And I remember the last time I saw him was probably early in 1979. I happened to be working for a firm in Manhattan, and I was taking my lunch outside, probably somewhere in the mid 50s, back in the day when you could actually like sit on the parapets or something. And I saw him going by wearing the shirt, and that's the only reason I saw him. That's the last time I physically saw him. Well, anyway, I thought I'd look him up. We didn't go to the same college, rather. We were in the same school, and then he transferred to another school. So, but we were friends. He was about 17 at the time. I was 19. I was going with my friend Steve, and he was a very interesting character. He had long black hair, tall, very pale, a mustache, not much of a mustache, and he was an interesting fellow. And we remained friends for a while, even after he left for the other school. And he did me a kindness. I'm thinking about today. That when I had broken up with Steve, and I had graduated, and Steve was still there, and I made the mistake of going back to a party with my old roommates, and I met Steve, and I made an absolute ass of myself. And I was feeling extremely low, and he actually rescued me. he, he met me at the school and walked me. I don't know if he walked me to the train. He probably walked me to the train because I was going back to Queens at the time. I was seeing somebody else, but I was a very messed up person, and maybe he was too. I don't know, but like I said, the last time I saw him was 1978 or so. So I said, let's see. Is he on LinkedIn? No. Is he on Facebook? No. Let me try him with his middle initial. And it came up that he had died 2 months ago, and it hurts me to remember what I only picture him as like a 17, 18-year-old kid, a kind of goofy guy, a good friend, a kind person. And he's had a life. There's no reason for us to, keep in touch. We were never involved. From what I see of the obituary I saw, which was written by the funeral home, he has a wife, he has a daughter, son-in-law, all this stuff. But it made me weep. And I remember I'd saved something he gave me, and I said, I can't send this to the family. I can't call the family and say, oh, guess what? I found out that your Al is dead. They don't know me from anybody, but I'm sure there are many people that hurt more than I do. But I keep my important things in a couple of biscuit tins. Most of my pre-marriage stuff I've thrown out. the camera froze. But there was this one card he had mailed me back in the days when people actually wrote to each other. I've thrown out all the Steve correspondence and all the other things I've gotten from various other persons I was involved with, and I have one biscuit tin that's just journals. I think I may have either thrown away the oldest journal or it's up in the attic, and the other one is mostly stuff that I've been doing over the last 10, 20 years. And I was digging through the second tin. I said, is it here? Is it here? Is it? And it was there. The card he wrote me was there. And it means so much. It's my only tangible connection. I'm going to read it to you. Dear Ned, happy birthday. That is, if I am right in my recollection that your birthday occurs 2 days after mine, you will get another missive besides the one you were holding. The other one struck me as doing a flip-flop between schmaltz and something very true. So I am sending it to you for your opinion. This is just like him. Also, it reminds me of the last song of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon album. Well, we grew up in the Pink Floyd era, and if you want to look that up, I don't think I want to bother you. I know a pop-up comes up. I don't want to pop up. I'm busy aching here. I hope your birthday opened with a screaming blast of hope and awareness. I also hope that you realize that each birthday should be viewed as a reward for getting past another year of happiness, sadness, fun, angst, etc. Many, many thanks for your kicking down the immense barriers I had created around my feelings concerning my breakup. And signed Al. More under the card. And the back says, written at 5 o'clock at Patty's Clam House on 8/23/78. I did something that he was grateful for. It hurts. It hurts, and I'm so sorry for his family. And I'm so sorry that I didn't keep in touch. I think I may have spoken to him on the phone. I'm trying to remember back now. I think I may have spoken to him on the phone after my son was born. For some reason, maybe he called my mom's house and got my new number. It has to be because he had moved. He had moved from New York. I think he was in Connecticut at the time, and Connecticut is where his life continued. And evidently he was a very, very important person, and a very helpful person, and just the wonderful guy that continued. He was the wonderful guy that was the kid I knew back so long ago, and I just want to say, I miss you, Al, and I feel so bad for your family, and I'm grateful that I knew you, and I always will remember you as the wonderful person you were. And I'm telling people this so that they will also remember those who they may have lost touch with, that they can go back. No one can go back, but that they will be, when you're gone, people are hurt. He doesn't mean to hurt me by being deceased, but it's like crazy. He just died 2 months ago. I would never have looked him up. There would be no reason for it. Like, we wouldn't even be in the same alumni association, because he left that school after a few months and went to another college. But look here, it's 10 minutes, and I say, this 10 minutes is for you, Ellen. And your birthday, August 22nd, because mine is the 24th. I will always do something to remember you.